Hey, this is your girl, msyelladiva. I am bringing you another episode of The Shy Season 7, Episode 7, Unfinished Business. Let me turn off this fan. Unfinished Business. Uh, if you are new here, welcome. We are all family here, honey. I had to turn this fan off and I got kind of stumped right there. Anyway, if you are returning, welcome back. Welcome back. We still family. We still cousins. Okay, all right. Give me a thumbs up. Like, like, and share, subscribe, and comment to my channel. And we'll see. We will begin. So, happy birthday, Darnell. It is Darnell's birthday. Jada was like, hey, it's his birthday. He got all the little decorations on. They're going to throw him a skate party later on tonight, but Jada got a doctor's appointment that she got to get to. So, she said, she wants to see me. So, she made it for on his birthday. Jada finds out that she has terminal pancreatic cancer. Okay. The doctor, she asked, can, I go through chemotherapy? And she was like, yeah, you can, but it ain't gonna help now. You gonna have to just, figure out your time, So, yeah, so she got terminal pancreatic cancer. And she gonna have to find a way to tell Emmett and Darnell that she got pancreatic cancer. So anyway, Dom and Lene are in the waiting room, waiting to see Jamal. And Lene asked Dom, is he gonna wake up? Dom was like, of course. And so then she gonna ask, how you know? Well, why the fuck you ask? But anyway, well, how do you know? Dom was like, I'm just trying to be positive. And she was just like, well, what if he dies? And she was just like, your words have power, you don't need to say that. She said, but I will look after you, if this actually happens. And so then she was like, and Lene was like, I don't want you to look after me. I want my family to look after me. You ain't got no goddamn family. What you got an attitude for? What you got an attitude for, child? You ain't got no damn family. And then Dom was like, listen, I am your family. Okay? I am your family. So, like it or not, I am your family. Okay, bitch? She ain't say bitch, but that's what I said. Okay, bitch? Okay? Like it or not, I am your family. Okay? So, you could take it or leave it as far as I'm concerned. You ain't got nowhere else to go. Okay? Thank you. Moving on. Reg mad that Jake moving out. You slept with his girl. You slept with his girl, Reg. And you trying to get him back in the life. You having them rob ATMs and stuff. You having them try to get back in the life. Yeah, he going to his brother that's a safe house. I'm already irritated with it. So Hannibal over there, Hannibal was like, who trying to kill you, Reg? Hannibal cracked me up. Reg was like, I think it's Shad. And Jake was like, Shad is not trying to kill you. He said, but his girl may be trying to kill you. And then Hannibal was like, oh yeah, Alicia. He was like, and Reg was like, who is Alicia? He was like, that's Sonny and Q's sister. I didn't know she was related to Sonny. but I remember her being related to Q. And so Jake said, and Reg was like, why she want to kill me? And Jake was like, she want to kill anybody with a past. And she said, and she real upset since somebody killed her son. And he was like, Reg was like, well, who killed her? They was like, we don't know. And so, but Hannibal was like, I'm working with her baby mom, Rob's baby mama now. She pregnant. And so Reg was like, oh, she carrying Alicia's grandchild? He said, where's she at? And Hannibal's like, with her? No, that's right. With her. Yeah, you can't get over there, honey. That's Fort Knox over there. Don't play. Don't play. Alicia, don't play with Alicia. And so then Reg tell Jake that he wants Jake to tell the mob that to protect him. He said they're gonna listen to him because he's Reg's son. He's Reg's not son. He's Reg's brother. So they're gonna listen to him. So he wants them to tell. He wants him to tell the mob to protect Reg. And Jake was like, I ain't even with that. And he was like, no, but they gonna listen to you. So okay. So Bakari tells Nook about Detective Toussaint that he talked and Reg. And so Nook was like, don't talk to, he said, don't talk to any cop. He said, don't talk to Alicia either. And he said, and Bakari was like, listen, we needed you to kill Duda. Rob never did anything to anybody. You ain't need to kill him. And so he was like, well, he disrespected me. And see, this is all you get because you done killed Rob. All of this stuff coming because you killed Rob, okay? So, yeah, he disrespected me. But he said, let the cops think that Reg killed Rob. I know that's right. He said, but I need you, Bakari, to lay low and not to be talking to nobody. I know. So Emmett tried to get some loving from Keisha. Keisha was like, listen, I'm tired. You know, I'm dealing with 3 babies and I got a baby inside of me. I need to get some sleep. Jake goes to the mob and tells them to protect Reg. And then Nook is irritated because he didn't talk to him first. You know. Because he run the mob. So Jake said, did you try to kill my brother? He said that to Nook. And Nook was like, if I did, he would be dead. And he said, well, I'm glad it wasn't you. And so Nook tells Reg Nook tells Jake if Reg wants to go through the mob, he got to come through him. Okay. All right. So the men's group is wishing Darnell a happy birthday. And Shot is looking kind of, kind of off himself. And Victor was like, what's wrong, Shot? And he was just like, I'm not okay. And so, yeah, because, you had Alicia kill, shoot up, you were the getaway car, okay, with Alicia shot up. Shot up the club, okay? shot up Reg and wounded what's that boy name? Jamal. So yeah, so Jamal not there because you wounded him. Okay, you was a getaway car. So Emmett said, yeah, this Jamal shit got everybody messed up. Yeah, yeah, and he got shot really messed up. Okay, and so Darnell was like, it's kind of hard to celebrate my own life when somebody else's life, hangs in the balance, basically. And so Victor was like, um, this men's circle shit is beautiful, but he said, what does it matter? We can't make any difference in our own community. And so Darnell said, well, you tried it and it didn't work. And so Victor said, yeah, it did. He said, until I tried to run for office. And so Shaw was like, well, let's make sure we protect each other. If nothing else, we protect each other. And so Vic was like, let's pray. So we bow your heads in prayer. Okay. Bow your heads in prayer. Okay. Papa scrolling on IG where he see Pastor and Becky. Becky put a picture of Pastor and her up on the IG. Then all of a sudden, Master Marshawn got an IG live where he is denouncing Pastor Zeke, okay? Condemning him, saying that, he divorced his black wife only to go to Becky. And he said, you can't run a church if your food is not seasoned properly. Yes, you cannot. You cannot run a church if your food ain't seasoned properly. I agree. I concur. Yes, sir. Okay. So, Emmett planned to send the kids over to somebody named Dolly's house and to get a hotel. So, so him and Keisha can have some private time. Tiff is having Victor and Nook at helping her put together the nursery. What? Why you gonna have both of these fools put together a damn nursery? Can't Alicia pay somebody to do this for you? They got what? Angie's List, Thumbtack, Task Rabbit. You can go on. You can get some people from Home Depot to put the. You did not have to bring these two guys over there. They over here all cocky and stuff like, they beating their chest like, she my woman. Okay? You didn't have to go, you ain't have to get your little two men crushes that they got a crush on you. Okay? So Victor like, I've been reading a lot of baby books. I've been reading a lot of baby books. Nuck was like, nigga, you ain't his daddy. Fuck. And so Victor was like, it take a village. It take a village to raise a baby. And then Nook was like, he only get one father. He said, yeah, when somebody killed his father. Yeah, Nook. Yep, Nook killed his daddy. Yeah, he did. And took him to his mama's doorstep. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Alicia over here lurking by the door, mad because she got these two niggas in, putting up this stuff. You, this was all kind of stupid. Okay, yeah. So Hannibal wants Damien to pay his 3 racks. Okay, his racks he lost in gambling. He want pay he want him to pay his 3 racks, and he giving him a week to pay it. Now, Keith convincing him. Now, Keith is one that is mopping floors. Okay, Keith is the one to convince him to take it out the safe. Okay, then put it back when he gets the money. Don't do it, Mabel. Don't do it. So Damien dumbass Damien dumbass did it. And yeah, so
you stupid.
Let me say it again.
You stupid.
Okay, one more time.
You stupid.
Okay. You is stupid. You can't get 3 racks back. You can't get 3 racks back. I'm gonna spit on on my stuff. You can't get 3 racks back. Just it's simple and easy. Okay, whatever. Let me give me this one more time.
You stupid.
Okay. We're gonna move on. Charles and Papa having this come to Jesus, no pun intended, meeting to Pastor Zeke. Because Charles said, listen, black women love you. But if they think you don't love them, then they will and shall not support you. Okay? Okay? All right. So, if they think you don't love them, they will not support you. Okay? And they shall not support you. Okay? Emmett, oh God. Emmett is giving this tired speech about men who wants attention, but the mom or the wife or whatever is giving all attention to the babies, and he wants some attention for himself. This is the the conversation old as the end time, honey. When the babies come, the daddies don't get attention like they used to get attention. So that's usually when they stray and they go do whatever they want to do because they not getting attention from home because the mama is concentrating on raising a good child. Okay? But he giving this tired speech that Keisha only thinks about the kids, okay? Keisha was like, listen, you are not going to make me feel bad about being a devoted mama. You are not going to make me feel bad about being a devoted mama. I know that's right. As you should. Okay? And so she was like, you should prioritize us a little more. Us, Keisha was like, us or you. You know, he said, I can't be a full-time mama, a full-time chef, and a porn star every night. So he was like, you're an amazing mom. I just want you to be an amazing wife. She said, I am not your wife. Yeah. I am not your wife. Just true. All right, moving on. All right, um Alicia told what's that child name? Tiff that Nuck is not allowed in this house. And so she said because he killed Duda before I could. Tiff was like, you was too busy running your mouth. you should have been pulling the trigger instead of running your mouth. And so Alicia said, you watch yourself. She said, I just had to get something off my chest. So so that's why Nuck stole your glory, because you had to get something off your chest. However, on the other hand, you did not flinch when it came to Zay. When it came, you ain't say nothing to nobody when it came to Zay and when it came to Reg. This is all you heard. You ain't say nothing, okay? You had something to say when it came to Duda, but you ain't had nothing to say when it came to Zay and when it came to Nook. I mean, and when it came to Reg, and you probably ain't gonna have nothing to say when it come to Nook either. Um, but I digress. Moving on. Bakari and Jay can't be friends because they brothers are at war with each other. Bakari's imaginary brother and Jake's blood brother. Okay, yeah, there we go. Darnell got a skating party for his birthday. Shad, oh my God, Shad had on a Gordon Gartrell. I ain't seen that shirt since the 90s, okay? And since the 80s, because that's when it came, the shirt came out. But it's not really a Gordon Gartrell, but it looked just like that Gordon Gartrell. I cracked up when I saw that mess. I said, And you know that shirt was what's his name? Oh, Cuba Gooding Jr. I was about to say Omar Gooding. No, that's not him. Cuba Gooding Jr. had that shirt on Boys in the Hood. okay, that Gordon Gartrell. Anyway, so Darnell tells Emmett that it took him a long time to find that Jada was the love of his life, and so he said he ain't never letting her go. Lene tells Dom it must be good to feel wanted, because she said she learned to cook off the Food Channel, because she said her grandma told her that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and so she started learning to cook. And so Lene was like, well, it's good to it must feel good to be wanted. And she was like, I would rather be seen than be wanted. And so she said Jamal was the first person to see me. And so Lene said, I see you. And so Dom said, I see you too. And they ate. Wonderful. So Dante tells Reg, he got his girl over there, Candace. You can look, but don't touch. Candace was like, don't be so territorial, okay? And so Dante was like, you want to try these shrooms that I got from Hannibal? Don't you try them, honey. Don't you try them, honey.
No, God!
Don't do it.
God, please, no!
Don't do it, Mabel. No, don't do it. And so he was like, I don't want to get that high tonight. And so Dante was like, Candace, you gonna go run to the car and get the shrooms? And she was like, no. And then he was like, you still mad because I fucked another bitch last night? What? What? Yeah, I would be mad. What the hell? What the hell? And she was just like, that was my sister. She was like, that's your stepsister. She said, I told you what she was a hoe and what you do. So Dante goes to the car and Reg and Candace get better acquainted. And so Candace was like, I ain't trying to bow down to no nigga. She was like, but I can bow down to the right nigga. And so Reg was like, well, I could be that nigga. And so she was like, can you cook? And he said, no, but I can order. They started laughing. And Dante walked in talking about, what y'all laughing at? What y'all laughing at? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Reg is on the prowl, baby. Reg is on the prowl. Damon pays Hannibal at Reg's apartment. I don't know why Hannibal ain't at his own apartment, but he at Reg's apartment he pay him his 3 racks. And Hannibal said and I ain't paying, I ain't gonna no, he said he lost the bet on the spades game. And so Reg was like, who betting on spades game? He said, cause I don't like to lose. And so Damien was like, well, if you play your cards right, you can double your money. Oh, God.
Stop it. Get some help.
Get some help. Stop it. Please stop it. Get some help. Okay? And so, yeah, you can double your money. Hannibal was like, Damien, you could leave now. You could leave now. Thank you. Thank you, Hannibal. And so Reg was like, text me them apps. And so he gave him his phone and he texted me the apps that he playing betting on stuff. And so he looked at his fingernails and he was like, you gay? He said, no, I'm eclectic. And what's that boy name? And Hannibal was like, and crazy as hell. And I said, yes, Lord. Please let that boy get some help. Bakari feeling guilty about giving Alicia the address to Reg and Jamal getting shot. So he brings some flowers to the hospital and he tells Lene he love her, but Lene was like, took the flowers and walked away. Alicia asked Judge Bradley to put Reg behind bars. So in turn, Judge Bradley went to Detective Toussaint and told her if she brings Reg to her, that she will release his son from jail. All right, that's the even trade. Reg and goes to pay Shah a visit, and Shah said, "Listen, I don't want no problems out of you." And so Reg was like, "But your woman do." And Shah was like, "She ain't my woman." And so and Reg was like, "You still work for her?" And he said, "Yeah, I do security. That's it. That's it." And so Reg was like, "You really want to see my brothers bury me?" And Shah was like, "No, I don't want that, man. I don't want that." And Reg was like, "Well, where your loyalty?" And he was like, "I love y'all." He said, but at the end, it's, I'm on my own. Y'all ain't gonna look out for me. Shit. And Reg was like, I remember when y'all looked out for me when I was young. And so Shah was like, yeah, me and Trig should have did better and try to teach you better. And so Reg was like, well, we always gonna be family. And so Emmett confronts Damien about Emmett confronts Damien about the safe. So Damien, bitch ass, snitches on Keith. and tells him that he told him to take it. So Keith get fired. And Damien got to mop the floor now and probably do double duty. And Emmett said he on thin ice. Okay. Shad tells Alicia that he talks to Reg. Alicia said, I want him behind bars. And Shad said, you ain't God. And he walks out. He said, what you gonna do, fire me? And he walked out. Nuck talks to Pastor Zeke about coming clean with Tiff about Rob. You don't want that. And so Pastor was like, well, telling the truth takes courage. And so Nook was like, well, you gonna tell the truth about you and this white woman? Pastor's like, we'll see. And so Nook confesses that this is the first time in his life that he's scared. And the pastor said, me too. And they said, let's pray. Okay. Let's pray. Bow your heads in prayer, okay? Jamal wakes up. Alicia pays for his hospital bill, as she should, okay? Because she the one that capped him, okay? And she the one that capped him. Okay. As she should. And Lene is skeptical about Alicia paying for his bill. But Dawn was like, listen, I'll take that because, you know, she it ain't going to come back on her. It's going to come back on me because I'm his wife. So thank you very much, ma'am. Okay. I'm with you. Becky decides to break up with Pastor. Okay, so, you know, listen, Pastor ain't even got to come clean because Becky made that decision for him. And Jada tells Darnell that she got terminal cancer. And he cries like a baby. And a little song came on. Let her cry, 'cause she's a lady. And that was the end of the episode. Give me a thumbs up. Like and share and subscribe and comment to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.